What's up, everybody? My name is Brian Sawyer. I'm joined tonight by Stephen Moreau. This is ASN's first ever iRacing Rallycross officials night. So, Stephen, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty excited to be commentating for this night. This is not something I think we're both used to, so
I know this is we're flying solo for the first, not solo, but it's our first time doing this tonight. It's my first time on lead, but we're gonna take a quick look at what we're actually broadcasting tonight. We got a little. We're gonna start tonight with VW Beetle Lights, the rookie series at Daytona International Speedway. We're gonna move over to C-Class Rallycross Fixed. That's gonna be at 8:30. VW D-Class Beetle Lights. Those are the open set ones. They'll be at Charlotte, and then we're gonna go to Hell, the B-Class series. Hopefully, we have cars by the B-Class series because that's notoriously an empty track. So we spread a little word, so we'll see if we can get an official to pop at Hell. But I'm looking forward to watching all these. Like I said, we've never done this before, so we're gonna see how all this works on the tech side also. But we're just gonna wait a few minutes here, and we'll get started. Stephen, I really should have made an intro video for this or something, but like I said in the chat, I threw this better. I threw this together in 10 minutes, so
I can tell because Charlotte Moto Speedway.
Is it Charlotte Moto Speedway?
Moto.
It's okay.
You never know when you need more tow at Charlotte Speedway.
All right. Well, what race are you looking forward to tonight? I mean, my favorite race is Charlotte Moto Speedway. That is my favorite track on the service.
Honestly, Sam, I really love throwing it. Like, it's the only track where you have to throw the car into turn one to like actually get it to do anything you need it to do to get it around that like 90-degree dirt turn, and it's just so fun. Like, it's chaotic as hell. Don't get me wrong. It's like the #1 spot to cause accidents, but oh boy, does it feel great to just fucking eat that steering wheel and just throw the weight of the car around, you know?
Yeah,
And right over that
especially
jump.
in the Beetle Lights. It's just throw the car, get it sideways. Don't touch the brake. If you touch the brake, you're going to be slow. I'm also looking forward to Iowa. It's a weird track to tell where you are until the Joker rotation is fully complete. But
Yeah, actually though.
I think it says Charlotte Motor Speedway now. I think I fixed it. I can do some things on the fly. Or no, I still can't spell. That's what I can't do. I didn't go to school. But let's see what we got. Looks like our first session is popped. Maybe.
Looks like it. So it would seem so.
Entries.
It's pop.
I can't tell which one's the top split. iRacing, what are you doing to me? I guess I have to hit the new spectate button.
Oh yeah, I guess I gotta go here too, huh?
Oh, it's still in the process of popping. That's why we can't see it. It says no race sessions yet. So it's just 15. This is a learning experience. There we go. Wow, we got a top
there it
split.
is.
21-36 strength of field. All right. I've clicked the button. We're going to pray to the iRacing gods. We're going to see what happens. If it all works like I think it should, we should just pull us right to the session. We should be good to go. Graphics and everything should just pop right over.
loading into the top session myself here, and I'm looking at the names here. And,
A lot of familiar faces. We're gonna have Chris Lunan, David Weingartner, Eric Dubois, Joseph DiGiacomo,
Joseph
Matthew,
DiGiacomo.
Rodney Matney. I don't know who that is, and I don't know who Stephen Palmer is either. But I like how Stephen has his name Steve N. Palmer. So I don't know if he made a joke when he signed up, or if they just made his middle name like that. And it looks like I'm in. So let's see how this goes. Let's get into the race, Steven.
Heck yeah, I'm also in it as well, so.
We got 18 seconds left in the practice.
Oh, perfect timing.
Would you look at that? It some of our NASA faithful, their names are in black on the timing tower. I didn't even intend to do that, but only some of them, not all of them. Chris Lunan's got a white number plate. I have to figure out what's going on there, but it works for the time being. So we're going into qualifying here. Let's see. Joseph DiGiacomo first on track. He's blinking. We're going to go look at David Weingartner instead. We're racing right now at Daytona Beach International Speedway. We're on the Rallycross long layout. Pretty chilly day for Daytona. Only 66 degrees outside. Track temperature's a little cold. When the track's a little bit hotter, it's a lot easier to get a little faster and keep the car stuck. But let's see how we do here.
I would just like to shill out for ourselves here. Famously, NASA runs this track at least once every few odd months here. When we're running the league. Shout out to NASA.
I mean, yeah, Daytona I think is on. Daytona's on most weeks. Oh, first times are in. We got Rodney Matney with a Eric Dubois. Rodney Matney with a 46.217 or 271. Eric Dubois takes first place with a 43.6. Chris Lunan 43.4. Matthew Morris 43.3. Everybody's just beating everybody here. I want to know how many paint jobs on this track right now are done by either Eric Dubois or Chris Lunan. All they do, I think they paint more cars than they do driving them, so. Stephen Palmer, only car that hasn't set it up. He just finished his first time. He came in with a 44.495 into 5th position. Eric Dubois retakes the lead. This is his third lap, his final one. You'll notice on Daytona, those curbs on the inside there, you want to clip. You want to try and clip both of them. It helps rotate the car. It helps keep a little grip on the inside of the tires. And then this turn, you'll see in the rookie series, you'll see a lot of people holding the handbrake. You really, if you want to maintain speed, you don't hold the handbrake. You use the car's brake. And you just kind of drive. But it looks like that's it. They did not all get their third lap done due to the qualifying timer. So that's fun. But let's look at our starting grid. Yeah, Eric Dubois, Stephen Palmer, Chris Lunan, Matthew Morris, Joseph DiGiacomo. His team name's even on there. Look at us. Rodney Matney and David Weingardner. So let's see how this goes.
Three flags and we're off.
Looks like Chris Lunan. Actually, on the outside, Eric Dubois pulling an early lead, cutting off. No, that's Lunan on the outside there. Yeah, Chris Lunan pulling an early lead from third position. Cutting off Eric Dubois. That was an excellent start by Chris. That outside line, usually in some of these rookie series, you can really get taken out on the start, but we're coming through single file here. You'll notice two lines. Chris Lunan took the inside. Eric Dubois took the outside. Either are fast. It's just you got to pick one and commit to it. You don't want to swap over midway. Oh, we got Stephen Palmer and Matthew Morris. Stephen Palmer just got eaten alive back there. It doesn't look like I'm going to have availability to replays when switching sessions like this, so c'est la vie there. But I'm sure we'll get it somewhere. I just closed the timing screen because I'm super smart, so we're going to pull it back up. Lap times rolling in. The first ones really don't count, but Chris Lunan and Eric Dubois. Chris Lunan 58.7. Eric Dubois 59.5. Everybody else over the minute mark, but most of them were involved in the accident. I'm going to sit on board Eric Dubois here. He chases down Chris Lunan.
And you guys are not reading that graphic wrong. He does indeed run for Team Watson Racing setups. It's not a misread. Love it. Still have data left over.
I see in the chat who's got the highest iRating. We'll be able to find out. I don't have a iRating option in my timing tower. That's something I should add if we're starting to do these. I have it in the results so we can see who's
internally. I think I can do this.
Yeah, I have that turned off. So if you can pull it up, that's awesome. Oh, did you look at that? That works nice.
Oh, soft. Alright, we'll pull up the UI then. The UI should tell me.
Looks like my Joker graphics broken too, so that's pretty cool. But Rodney Matney and David Weingardner, they got the little yellow dots next to their names. That indicates that they have run the Joker. So
this SOF is a 2136.
Who is? Oh yeah, that's the strength of field. But who's got the highest iRating? Chris Lunan takes to the Joker, and he comes out in front of Eric Dubois still. In the Beetle Lights, it's about a 1.5 second delta in the Beetle Lights on Daytona.
No, I can probably figure that out easily. Let me just turn
Matt
on
Morris sets the fastest lap. He's in third.
I overlay real quick.
He has not taken the Joker yet. He is 1.7 to 2 seconds behind Eric Dubois. Neither of them have taken their Joker yet, so we'll see. I don't think much is going to happen. You'll notice the race is only 8 laps. iRacing reduced it, I think, at the beginning of this season to 8 laps from 10, just to try and help everybody be able to chain together a few races like we're doing here. You'll probably see most of these people in the other splits tonight. But also 10 laps in a rookie race is a lot of them are carnage by lap 2. So it turns into a time trial sometimes. But lap time's kind of evening out, except for Morris. Morris ran 42.9 last lap. Dubois and Lunan both at 43.2s. So Matthew Morris might be able to make something happen here if he saves his Joker till the last lap and Eric Dubois gets his out of the way in the next lap or so. David Weingartner might have crashed. Let's see what happened. Look, for some reason I do have replays now. What's happened there? Oh, yeah, he pulled it a little too tight and clipped the wall. He's not having a good time. Stephen Palmer fell out of the race. He's 5 laps back. David Weingartner went to pits. He's 1 lap back. But last 2 cars on track, Eric Dubois, or last 2 cars that have not jokered, Eric Dubois and Matt Morris. And Matt Morris is hard charging, but I don't think it's going to happen. They're hitting, are they on the final lap now? Yeah, they are on the final lap. They both have to joker, so. And Morris going wide like that, that's not going to make it happen. It's looking like Chris Lynn is going to win our first race here.
It's coming up to the finish line.
And with that,
hey,
I don't think anything's going to happen here. Eric Dubois, maybe. Eric Dubois might be snaking it.
Oh,
Eric Dubois takes it.
Just
By about a half second, Eric Dubois had an excellent joker. So Eric Dubois
Morris almost
winning the first official
place as well.
Rallycross session here. There we go. Eric Dubois, the 29.92. Matt Morris is the highest I rated in here with a 32.35. But with that, we're going to go ahead. And we're going to go back and we're going to get ready to hop into the next session.
No interview?
We got no interviews. I think it's too much legwork to get everybody in between all these sessions.
That's fair.
If Eric Dubois is watching and wants to hop in the Discord and knows where we are, we could for sure talk to him. But, we got about 1 minute until the next session pops here. There are 16 registered for this session right now. 8 seconds until the sessions pop and start populating, so we'll get in there in about a minute and a half. Somebody's messaging me. Let's find out if it's important. This is Josh Darnell letting us know iRacing will not launch. So he is super stoked.
Yeah, well, I could tell us the iRatings now. I've got my overlay for that working.
Beautiful.
Updated, so.
None of these sessions have gone official yet. We already got people registered for the next race too. They're just hopping ahead, going straight to Charlotte. Oh, it looks like we only have 1 race session up, 1 split, so it's both top and bottom split. That's okay. It's 8 cars. That's enough. That's enough for a race. Like Josh says, you only need to have a decent race. Let's see. Oh. Nope. Uh-oh. I'm breaking everything internally, Steven.
That's not good.
Here we go. iRacing is launching. Yeah, in this session, looks like we got Brian Scott, so he's a newcomer to this race. Chris Luden, Eric Dubois, Ruby Scroggins showing up for the C-Class. Trevor Kraus, Tyler Bowers, William Kettlety, and William Nixon. So we've had a few drop out and a few more pop in. Funnily enough, our strength of field for the Beta Lights was higher than the C-Class. It was like a 23 something. We're down to 1945 for this. Jeff, I would love to add the crash clips between the sessions. If you can find a way to give me a third arm so that I can click more buttons.
Wait, did you load into the top split?
I loaded into the top split. It looked like there was only one session.
There was two. This top split has Blake Smith, Klaus Kreutzer, Dan Corritto, David Schofield, Evan McFarland, Gerald DeFino, Jake Robichaud.
Okay,
and
well
Matt
I'm
Morris.
hopping in the wrong one, so I'm gonna have to pop back out.
And this split is gonna be a lot more familiar than the last split. A lot more familiar names from NASA League.
All right. I don't know how to read. I don't know how to write. We've established both of these so far tonight. Okay, yeah. We're up to a 3950 strength of field. Yeah, we got Blake Smith, Klaus Kreutzer, Dan Corritto, David Schofield, Evan McFarland, Gerald DeFino, and Matthew Morris. You got a prediction, Steven? Because I have a prediction.
Well, considering the names in here, I've got a prediction. Evan McFarland first, Blake Smith second, and Jakey in third. And then it's gonna be a heck of a race for everybody else to get that fourth position.
If Eric could stop making fun of me in track and get into the next race, that'd be great.
I will note there is 8 cars though, so that's gonna be huge.
And there we go. So are we in qualifying yet? We are in qualifying. Because I can't figure out how to load a session, we're already in qualifying, but that's okay. We're in the session, so that's all that matters. Everybody's on their outlap. You get one outlap here, so Chris Linden just finished his first official lap. Eric Dubois is on his first official lap. Tyler Bowers in second right now. Chris Linden with 36.3. But, you know who I don't see in this session right now? I don't see Evan McFarland. It said his name when I was loading in. Because did I load in the wrong session again?
Pardon?
I think I loaded in the wrong session again.
Yes, you did.
I am so good at everything I do. I'm going to click C-Class. Entries. Blake Smith is in the top session, correct? I will click his name.
Yes.
I'm going to watch Blake Smith race. And if it throws me in the wrong race again, we're just watching that one. It's okay. It's the first time it's the first time we're session hopping this many times in one night.
Alright, race is about to start. Everyone's gridding up.
I'm rushing. Somebody can just stay off the grid. iRacing sitting at a beautiful 5%.
Results, we got Evan McFarlane in first,
Thank you.
David Schofield in second, Jake Robichaud in third. Gerald DeFino in third, Jake Robichaud in fourth, Blake Smith in fifth, Klaus Kreutzer in sixth, Matthew Morris in seventh, and Dan Corrido in eighth. That is our grid for tonight.
Hot dogging. Well, looks like we're not going to miss anything. We got it.
Hell yeah, let's go.
We're having a lot of fun, too, with colors on the ticker. They mean nothing. But here we are. Who are we waiting on the grid? We're waiting on Evan McFarlane. I don't know if he's listening to me. But thank you for not gridding immediately, letting me get in this session. And they're off. It's like... Matthew Morris up front. What happened to, Oh, there we go. Evan now it's reporting correctly. Evan McFarlane up front. David Schofield in second. This is what I mean by it's hard to tell who's where because Klaus Kreutzer just takes the Joker lap. He goes out to first place. Is it really first place? No, because he's way in the back. He was way in the back when it started. And now he's up front. But it's a on this track. This track in no. Yeah, it's just this track where it's like a 16-second Joker. It's really hard to tell what's going on or who's in what spot. But everybody's starting to seem a little spread out. If you see anybody catching the Joker, let me know. And who's that taking the Joker? Is that that's Jake Robichaud taking the Joker. He's coming out. He came out right behind Blake Smith.
It was Blake Smith taking the Joker, actually.
That was Blake Smith taking the Joker. He's got Jake Robichaud right behind. I think Jake went with him. We'll find out once they cross the line. Klaus with the fastest lap, 36.7.
See if anybody Jokers.
The top four have taken the Joker. Evan with the fastest lap now with a 36.1.
Evan is not Jokering.
Yeah, Evan has a Joker, but
David
we got a
Schofield's Jokering though.
We got a nice battle here with Jake right on the rear bumper.
Coming out in first place right now. That was a really good time to Joker from David Schofield.
Yeah, on tracks like these,
place in front of Klaus.
On a track like this, it's really hard to pass. There's a lot of turns. I mean, you can pass in this first turn where we're going through right now, this dirt section. But this next road section, it's very hard to pass. You're just trying to maintain the car, not hit any of these curbs, and trying to keep a nice straight line. So if you get stuck behind somebody slower than you, it's not a good time. You want to utilize that Joker whenever possible to find clean track. Jake getting a little squirrely off the exit. Yeah, he loses about 4/10. He was right on.
See if he can get back that time though. Makes a good inside there. Can he get it over the jump?
He's not going to throw it in here. I don't think he's gonna. Maybe.
He's gonna get a better exit.
Sneaking the inside.
Oh, almost. He almost got a better exit there, actually.
Let's go take a pop over Evan McFarlane. Evan McFarlane taking the Joker right now. He's coming out far and away. He's gotten. Let's go look for David Schofield. David Schofield's about 15 car lengths back. Second and a half.
Oh, Evan actually snuck his way in there.
Yeah, Evan.
I didn't even know when he did that.
Evan, I mean, he was up front at the beginning, so he's got all that clean air. He just decides when he gets up near somebody, he decides to take the Joker and take all the clean air back.
That's be huge for him, actually.
Only two people that haven't jokered right now are Matthew Morris and Dan Carrito. They're about 8 seconds back, so they might be able to pop in front of, maybe in front of Jake and Gerald, maybe even Blake Smith.
Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, you want to get more racing like this, the NASA League is starting soon on March, is it March 3rd?
It is, March 3rd. It's in. You know what? While we're waiting for this race to finish, yeah, it's March 2nd. March 2nd, is that 2nd? Yeah, that's March 2nd is our first, NASA Rallycross Lights. Contender starts on the 3rd. Future starts on the 5th. We have some other things we're broadcasting here: the Torque IndyCar Series, Sports Car Series, Endurance League. But NASASimRacing.com for more info on that.
Make sure you
if you're
guys
liking
get
this,
in before it starts.
If you're liking this, go ahead. Follow us everywhere. Josh, I need to make a script. I know you're watching. But we're on the final lap right now. Evan McFarlane coming around the final turn. Matthew Morris takes his joker. He pops up in front of Blake Smith like I thought he would. Dan Carrito is pulling out right now. He must have had an incident because he's gaining no position. So with that, Evan McFarlane wins. We got fireworks going off. David Schofield in second. Over the line. Jake had nothing for Blake Smith right there. He was gaining right at the end. But and those are our results.
Great racing from everybody.
Did not download Evan's paint. That's cool. But yeah, Evan McFarlane in first, Schofield, Cruiser, Morris, Blake Smith, Jake Robichaud, Gerald DeFino, and Dan Carrito rounding it out.
And again, this was another track where that jokering strategy was really huge. If you messed up that joker strat, you were not going to be in the top 3. And as we saw, Klaus was the first one to joker early, and that really got him. I mean, he still got on the podium, but he could have had a P1.
That's 2 down. 2 to go. Let's get out of the session, and it's 44. This is stressful, Steven. One finishes and the next begins. And we got 29 registered for this race.
Pretty excited.
And I think this is the one we were looking forward to both for the night. Charlotte Motor Speedway. Moto Speedway. Motor. I can't spell.
That's gonna be really fun.
I'm just having a journey today. Alright, looks like sessions are up. And we're gonna hit the top split here. I guess I have to use that button because the actual session browser to find the top split, because last time I clicked what it said was top split and it definitely was not. So
I found it.
yeah, it's a new menu for me. I've never really used the spectate tab in the iRacing UI.
One of the little socials bit. I found his little script bit for it.
There you go. If you want to read them, that's great.
I'll totally do it.
But yeah, we got Blake Smith in the session, Dan Carrito, Eric Kaplinger. He listened to me and actually joined the session. Eric Dubois, Evan McFarlane, J.R. Shepard, Jake Robichaud, Josh Mertz making his appearance, Matthew Morris, and Tyler Jones. Josh Mertz said he's going to whip these guys into shape or into line. Josh, you're just going to drive yourself straight line into the wall. When you watch this back and yell at me, it's okay.
Alright, bring up the socials and I'll read off that little script bit.
Take it away, Steven.
If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. And make sure you ring the bell to be notified of all of our live streams weekly and along with our shorts, courtesy of Jess Rakowski.
Beautiful. I guess I need to write my own because my own script. Josh's are hard to follow when you're doing the producing and the talking. But I just need a little different format so I can actually figure out what's going on there. And get rid of these X's because we're going to the race. Look at that. As we get in, practice ends. Perfect. Perfect timing for us. We're going to hit qualifying. First on track is Josh Mertz. He knows how to get camera time. He goes, I get on track first, I get camera time. What'd you say?
I was asking if we're using Whiplash cams at all. So I can also read that advert a little blurb if we need to.
I don't know if we are. No, we aren't. We aren't right now, but you can read them out. Go ahead, read it, Steven.
That little ad blurb. Also, cameras all season long on ASN are brought to you by Whiplash Sim Cams. Be sure to check out Whiplash Sim Cams on Facebook.com/WSimCams, and thank you to Andrew Carnali IV for your camera support.
Yeah, I don't have the time to load Andrew's cameras, but Andrew does a great job making cameras for us for every series we broadcast. And the officials, I have very limited time to get in and get the session or camera swap, so we're just watching. Josh Mertz hits second place with a 45.2. Eric Kaplinger rocking out a 45.1. Evan McFarland 44.7. 44.6 is the ideal time to hit around here. You could drop it a little faster. 44.5 Blake Smith. If you're Evan or Kieran, you could probably hit into the 43s pretty reliably, but when I'm qualifying, I just aim for 44.6. That means I can get pretty close to the inside walls without touching them. Because this wall right here where we're coming around is, it's a killer. You touch that and all the goodwill you had for the lap is gone. This one too. If you want to keep it, you can either go wide like Blake Smith's going here and try and grab the outside, or hold on to the grip strip on the inside. Look at that paint. Oh, perfect. It looks like everybody's finishing out their times here. Blake Smith, unreal. Blake Smith on a controller. Blake Smith repping the ASN car, so we'll take that too. But he's incredibly quick for being on a controller.
Oh, and he hit us with that nice little show off for the broadcast. What a nice guy.
So Matthew Morris, the only one left on the lap. He's finishing up his He was finishing up his second, but qualifying ended. He ran out of time. Seems like with these qualifying sessions, you got to get going as soon as qualifying pops. But let's look at our starting grid here. Blake Smith, Evan McFarland, J.R. Shepard, Eric Kaplinger, Matthew Morris, Josh Mertz, Tyler Jones, Jake Robichaud, Dan Corretto, and Eric Dubois. That's a cool camera. I guess we're going to the sky. I put away the telestrator. I was going to say how they grid here. So the inside is first, second is on the middle on the first row, third is on the outside. Big crunch up at the back. We got like 4 wide in the backfield there, but oh, keeping it tight. Here comes everybody. We're 3 wide in the back. That is, oh, this is a beautiful track, Steven. Just getting a flow of racing, and it's perfect. If you break your flow and break your rhythm here, you're probably going to get passed by somebody who's still in it.
Yeah, it is so beautiful, and
we got an accident in the backfield. I can't tell who that is. That's Matthew Morris, and I don't know who he got collected with.
This is actually a beautiful track, and the better part about it is that there was a little update for the puffs of smoke that come off the ground, so it looks even better now.
Yeah, it looks better, but let's go
off the ground.
Let's be a little unbiased and go on board Eric Kaplinger and just see how much dust is coming up at you now. First off, you got the sun in your eyes. You got all this dirt. You just have to know how to do the turn, because it's muscle memory. It's a little hard to see. It's hard to see on the monitor. It's
wash out
when it's in VR too. Like, I know some of these guys are racing in VR. It's just like the sun's in your face. It's pretty rough.
Oh, it's torturous.
So in the backfield we have Robichaud, Mertz, and Dubois, who've already jokered. Who was that? Is that Blake Smith? That was Blake Smith splitting a gap. That was beautiful. So Charlotte here, your Joker Delta in the beta lights is about 2.5 seconds. You want to be about 2.5 seconds up on people, or you want to have a 2.5 second gap up, because it is a longer Joker at Charlotte here. So you don't want to. You want to really make sure you have your relative box open and you're not coming out on somebody. Blake Smith into the back of Tyler Jones. Blake Smith taking his wider line. Filing back in. Eric Kaplinger, it looked like peeling off to the Joker. Evan McFarland far and away. He's 3.5 up on the field, running his own race. J.R. Shepard in second. Tyler Johnson third, followed by Blake Smith closely. Oh, Blake Smith hitting the wall. Getting a little loose, losing some time. Back here we got a little train. We got Eric Kaplinger followed by Jake Robichaud and Josh Mertz. Mertz is buried. Thank you, Matt. I don't know what happened to him in the beginning there. I don't have replays, like I said. Session hopping does not like our timing software. Evan McFarland takes fastest lap. I don't know who's jokering right there, but they're going side by side with Mertz, and he hits the wall, collects him. Is that Tyler Jones? Tyler Jones. Or Johns. This is a rough one for Mertz. Mertz not going to like that. No, who's hitting the wall in the back? That's Eric Dubois pulling the Colette Davis. Stuck in the side of the wall. Stan Carrito also upside down. It's our biggest wreck of the evening. Back up front, we got Blake Smith in third, chasing down J.R. Shepard. We're on lap 5 of 8 here. Shepard and Smith McFarland and Shepard have not taken their jokers yet. So Shepard realistically is behind Smith. If I'm Smith, I'm not trying to pass. I'm just trying to stay as close as I can. Shepard might even be behind Kaplinger. Unclear there. Kaplinger's looks like he lost a little time. Yeah, he's about 3 seconds back now. But we'll see how this goes. Oh my God, what a throw!
Evan has jokered.
Evan just jokered last lap. It doesn't pull up. Okay, so they did both joker. J.R. Shepard has not yet. Blake Smith gets by J.R. Shepard. don't know why it says Dan Curtis close to somebody when he's sitting in the pits. Thank you, timing. Look at this, Evan McFarlane just tearing this track apart. Some really cool
battle right now is Jake Robichaud and Josh Mertz. Oh, and they collide and collect each other.
Oh.
And Josh slides in front of Jake.
Josh might be racing a little angry trying to get by. He's been collected in, I think, 2 incidents so far. Look at J.R. Shepard going to joker here. He did not joker this lap. He's going to save it to the last. And I'm believing Eric Kaplinger is going to have that third place position because he's 1-5 up. We'll go back to Jake Robichaud, though, chasing down Mertz. Jake Robichaud hitting down the wall. Tyler Johns making the pass. And we got a second. Oh. Little chaos. J.R. Shepard trying to get by Smith. I don't know what the goal is here because J.R. Shepard's now on the inside. He needs to go to the Joker right now. This is the final lap. There he goes. Evan McFarlane won this race. Blake Smith coming in second. J.R. Shepard. Eric Kaplinger is going to beat J.R. Shepard. Followed by Mertz, Robichaud, Tyler Johns, Dubois, Carrito, and Morris. All, unfortunately, not finishing this race. Everybody, I don't know why your paint's not loading in my thing, but you're definitely not in a Buto car.
I know we're not doing interviews, but man, if we were, there's one person I would want to interview right now, and that's J.R. Shepard. I want to know what his Joker strategy was.
I want to know who he is. I've never heard of him before. But that's 3 in the bucket.
Joker.
That's 3 in the bucket, and it's 7:59. We have 1 minute until D-Class goes official. I don't know how many are registered, Steven. Have you taken a look? We got 11 registered for a B-Class at hell. Look at that. Who's he and what's he about? What's your name? How old? No. This is not AIM. This is ASN. He is me, bad racer. Good job, bud. Good job keeping up with Blake Smith. He's blitzing fast. So, yeah, Dubois did hit the wall, and it just kind of made an incident happen. And yeah, you gotta hit when you yeah, ASL Jeff Cartwright. You gotta hit the you gotta hit these sessions real quick. You gotta basically, as you're crossing the finish line, Alt F4 out of this thing and go register, or you gotta do the little fun trick where you register during qualifying of the session you're currently in. That's one of the ways to do it. So if you're trying to chain these back and forth, you can once you're in qualifying, you can go back into the UI and hit withdraw on your session and go ahead and register for the next one. So as your race ends, you don't lose any iRacing or anything, iRating or anything. And if you crash out of the session, that's a little bit of a problem. But that's how you chain them back and forth. These go real quick. But we're on to our final race of the evening.
Looks like we got one split only.
We're doing
it's
hell.
It's going to be a SOF of 3,548. Let's see who we got.
Few sessions, top split. Watch, I got 2 friends in here. I know most of these people, but I only have 2 friends in here. Nobody accepts my friend requests. Yeah, registering during quali it's pretty fun, especially during week 13 if you're trying some of the dumb sessions that are every 30 minutes and they're like 20-minute races. With these, when you have people racing these splits and they know, hey, we're trying to hit all 4, everybody qualifies pretty quick. But when you got people just sitting around doing nothing and they burn all the qualifying time,
Seems like it's a NASA night.
I know, it's a NASA night. We got class crews for Dan Carritos, David Schofield, Eric Dubois, Evan McFarlane, Jake Robichaud, Jess Rakowski making her first appearance tonight, Joseph DiGiacomo, Josh Mertz, Matthew Morris, and Ruby Scoggin. Did you happen to see who that was that popped in here with us, Steven?
I did not. Earlier it was Jake
Robichaud. I'll put somebody on the microphone. I don't care. They just got to stick around. Maddie, we don't know what Supercross is here. All we know is Rallycross. Poor Josh Darnell tonight was super excited to join. He's messaging in his Discord. His iRacing just decided to die on him, so that's unfortunate. But we're in this session now. We got a minute 27 left in the practice. So while that's going on, Steven, you can talk for a little bit. I'm going to put it on auto director. I'm going to go get a glass of water.
You want to throw up those program notes before you do that then? I'll yap about some programming notes. Darn. He ran away before I could yap about some programming notes. 1 second. I'll find some programming notes to yap about. Where are they? Master Skid.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright. I found the master schedule so I can read that off instead of graphic. So on March 2nd we have NASA RX Lights round 1 at Charlotte at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then we have round 1 of NASA RX Contenders at Charlotte March 3rd, 9 p.m. Eastern. And then at Indianapolis, we'll have round 4 of the Torque IndyCar Series on March 4th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then after that, we'll have a special broadcast for the memberships only of NASA RX Futures at Charlotte for round 1 at 8 p.m. Eastern. And well, that's all about all. Oh, hold up. There's more. I lied.
There's more, but you don't have to read them all. You already got us a full week out, so I think we're good. It's a week and a half out. So first on the track was Jake Robichaud. And I don't think we're gonna. I'm gonna be straightforward right here. I don't think we're gonna have any interviews after this race for the evening because I got a brand new puppy and she's looking at me like, "Can I please go outside?" So after this one, it's time to take her. Doesn't seem like anybody's pulling the qualifying trick to get their first lap off first. Hell's got this weird little thing where it makes you do like 2 warm-up laps before you even get to the line, which might really suck for these shorter qualifying times. I know the bug's been reported. I don't know if it's been taken care of. Because, yeah, Jake just finished his first. Maybe second? I don't know. But, listen, Matt. I usually just jump across the start line. Marcos Palacio taught me how to do it. You just cross the track in the middle, run down the grass. It looks like Klaus Kreuzer might have done it, though, because he's the first one out with a lap time at 38.1. You basically skip your first warm-up lap. I don't know if that's what he did, but he's out there pretty quick. Oh, by David Schofield taking the fastest lap now, 37.4. Evan McFarland's probably going to be, what, a 34 something. Joseph DiGiacomo at a 43. Ruby Scoggins at a 38.9. Dubois at a 38.4. This is hell long. This is, I know most of these drivers know. I think I know every single driver in the session, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue, Steven. But sometimes we have the, we got the drivers that go, I'm gonna joker, and they're starting on the inside and they try and joker right off the rip, and they ooh, Eric Dubois on the wall, but they try and joker right off the rip, and they take everyone out. But it's super.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have to deal with that because everybody here is a familiar face tonight. So.
And what's different from this session from all the others we were doing tonight, this one is heat racing, so we got 11 cars. It should probably break us 5 and 5. I don't know how many it says go to the feature or any of that, but it's super awesome to see 11 cars in a hell official. It's like everybody's on their third lap.
Track.
Evan McFarland, 36. I was close. I said 34. Evan McFarland dropping in a little lower. Jess Rakowski, 4th place, 37.9.
I mean,
Matthew Morris.
If I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is everyone's begrudgingly least favorite track.
It's a track. I enjoy it. It's just very technical. You gotta not be on the gas pedal as much as you feel like you should be in a race car. This is definitely a slow as fast and slow as smooth, smooth as fast kind of track. Some of these hairpins, you just kind of want the car to basically Sunday drive around these corners. You get too much wheel spin introduced and you just start burning time. But everybody's done with their qualifying, so we're just waiting for the first heat to start. All right. Our first heat, Evan McFarland, Josh Mertz, Jess Rakowski, Matthew Morris, Ruby Scoggins, and Joseph DiGiacomo.
Remember, folks, if you like what you see, you can follow along at nasasimracing.com.
That's the wrong button. Gonna give you that one.
And we're going green. We're off.
And then McFarland, big jump. Josh Mertz and Jess Rakowski side by side. Nobody off the
Jasper touch. They're cleaning up. Jess is gonna look to follow in behind Josh there. As Josh
there we go.
Tries to claw in front of Evan. Claw his way to the front of Evan McFarland. Evan McFarland is just cruising away with that Subaru.
In the back, we got Ruby Scoggins chasing down Matthew Morris. They're the closest battle we have. It's 0.5 seconds.
Looks like we've settled. Oh! And Josh
Josh
Yeets
decides to rip
himself
the Joker
through
first.
The Joker.
First lap. He comes out. Where's he coming out? He comes out in 4th position behind Matthew Morris. Matthew Morris has got about the same pace as him, so shouldn't be holding him up too much. Evan McFarlane, I don't doubt he doesn't save that. He can Joker whatever he wants. No, it's a longer Joker. He'll probably save that till the end. He's 2 seconds up, 3 seconds up now. He'll probably save it. Josh Mertz gets by Matthew Morris. And dispatches him pretty quickly. Jess Rakowski around in the Joker. That's going to be a big penalty. Giacomo going now. Even if you get slow in the Joker like that and you get turned around, iRacing still hits you with this. You need to slow down as you pull out of it. As you pull out of it, and you're like, I just was sideways. I was already sideways.
Right, like.
So Mertz and Scoggins are the only two that have Jokers so far. Let's see. Nope. There we go. McFarlane Jokered last lap.
Mertz and Scoggins.
I guess I could have my track map open. That would help. And see where everybody is. So in this first heat, everybody's got pretty spread out.
Yeah, everyone's pretty set and comfortable right now.
Yeah, everybody's pretty set up. Closest thing we
to
have
the
to a battle
final
is
lap now.
Jess Rakowski chasing down Ruby Scoggins. About 2 seconds back. But I was a little confused at the beginning why some things weren't working. You want to know why they weren't working? Because I was clicking on the wrong camera pack, because this camera pack is actually sponsored by Whiplash Simcams. Facebook.com/WSimcams for more information. Yeah, it decided to load on me. So I'll take that as a win.
That's awesome. And thank you again, Andrew Kernelly IV, for your support.
Matt, I normally don't talk this much. And we already established I can't speak, I can't read, I can't write. I'm basically a toddler. But that's that heat race done. Done and dusted. Evan McFarlane, first place. Josh Mertz, second. Matthew Morris, third. Ruby Scoggins, I can't read the rest because next heat just popped with our grid of David Schofield, Klaus Kreutzer, Dan Carrito, Eric Dubois, and Jake Robichaud. Which means I get the fun drone cams.
Oh, yes.
It took me a little bit to figure them out. I was like, I'm clicking some buttons and cameras aren't moving. And I'm like, oh, what happened here? And I go, well, let me go click on my SimCam button.
Heat 2.
Hey, David, not David. Stephen. You have iRacing open right now, right? I'm reading so many names I can't figure out. Can you see how many people transfer from each heat?
I can indeed. Let me
We're getting a little argy-bargy straight off the bat. Schofield, Dan Carrito.
4 people transfer from each heat into the feature, and then we'll have a consolation where 1 person will transfer from the consolation.
All right. Sounds good.
The top 4 will be transferring.
This heat's bringing the heat straight off the bat. Everybody is going a little crazy here. You got a lot of banging and one off to the David Schofield off to the
crazies.
Yeah, David Schofield off to the Joker straight off the rat. Everybody else following through. Hey, in an ideal world, you want to clip those red and white barriers and put basically your right front on them and drive it around, but not too much. If you put too much, they'll pull your car around. I'm not sure if that's a intended physics thing or if it's just a bug with this track, but it seems like it wants to do it a lot more than it used to do it. And it will spin your car fully around in a circle. Klaus Kreutzer with the fastest lap at 37.7.
Looks like we're going to get 3 EWRS points in this race. Moving to the feature here. Oh, maybe not. David Schofield passed Eric Dubois, and Eric Dubois is now 3 seconds behind David Schofield.
David Schofield's going
David's
for Jake
actually,
too.
yeah, he's about to get work his way back up to the podium.
Yeah, I don't think Jake is jokered yet. We can take a look. Jake is not jokered yet. It's only David
Nobody
Schofield
is jokered.
jokering.
Only David is.
David might be able
Is
to.
how he passed Eric.
Yeah, he might. Well, the Joker's a longer one here, so he might be able to get by Jake and Dan Carretta. He gets by Dan. Dan takes his Joker, falls 2 positions down to 4th.
Ooh, and they bump.
But yeah, I think. Oh, they're touching.
They're
We got a
touching.
race.
David is leaning on the rub in his racing.
Yeah, Klaus Kreutzer's loving this because Klaus is just walking away right now. He's 4 seconds up on Jake. And I think he's in Joker right now. He comes out. He comes out 1-5 up. So he takes his Joker, and it's about a 3.5 second difference. David Schofield gets by Jake Robichaux, who takes his Joker. Dan Carrito to 3rd position. Eric Dubois in 5th. Dan Carrito a little sideways in the backfield. And Eric Dubois. Trying to make.
So these racers are not racing for points, but they're in fact racing for divisional points. The season of this series. So
Look at that, David
they're gonna
Schofield.
race with their hearts out.
That was it. I forgot it was a shorter race. We got Klaus Kreutzer, David Schofield, Dan Carrito, Jake Robichaux, and Eric Dubois rallying that out. Is this a 3rd heat?
And Eric Dubois was not making it, so he's got cut, and we're gonna move straight to the consolation round now.
Okay,
With
we got an
Jessica
LCQ. We got a
Eric
3-car
Dubois,
LCQ.
Joseph DiGiacomo.
Yeehaw.
One from Team ASN, one from TWRS, and one from Saints and Sinners.
Well, I think that's technically JC Sim Sport. But yeah,
Or yeah,
but basically Team ASN.
and we're off.
Matt's telling me in chat that it looks like 2 should transfer, so maybe 1 gets cut out. It's kind of disheartening. I guess, a 10-car feature makes sense. It's kind of disheartening if you're the 1 car that gets cut out. But that's racing. Somebody's got to be last. Jess Rakowski off to a good start. She's 2 seconds up. Almost 3 seconds up on everybody else here. With our first lap done. So these are 6 races. Jess Rakowski goes to the Joker straight off the bat. She's going to come out, right in front, or right behind Eric Dubois. We'll sit on her car for a moment here. She might have gotten a slow. Nope, she did not get a slowdown for that, but it is close. You hit that just the wrong way, it will either spin you around, give you that slowdown. But if you hit it just right, it gives you a nice burst of speed by being able to just get right back on the asphalt with the front tire a little early. Eric Dubois with the fastest lap at 38 flat. So DiGiacomo, the only one that has not jokered, and he is currently 6 seconds back. Oh, but Jess Rakowski gets... See? That's what I said. Sometimes you touch us a little too much and it spins you around. Let Joseph DiGiacomo catch up about 2 seconds back. So she's still safe in the transfer position. Joseph still has to joker, so he'll only widen that gap. So it looks like he's probably going to be, unless something catastrophic happens for one of these 2 up front. Looks like DiGiacomo is going to be our 1 car out this evening.
Seems that so. As Eric Dubois is running away with this one.
I'd like to thank Eric Dubois also. He made the extensive post on the iRacing forums that we were doing this tonight. I just never got around to doing that, so shout out to him and all he does for Rallycross. But he promoted our season's starting next week. NASASimRacing.com for information on that. He promoted this. Super glad he did that. Get as many people as we can in here. We got 11 people in a hell session at 8 o'clock at night. Or 9 o'clock at night. That's pretty exciting. But we're coming around. Final corner to the white flag lap. One more time around for these three.
Yeah, white flag.
All jokers are complete. Jess Rakowski with a 37.8 for fastest lap. I don't think it's going to be enough to gain back this 1.5 in a lap. It's Eric Dubois running just about the same lap time, only about a tenth lower the lap prior. None of these cars really should be pushing. They know where they're standing. Final corner.
We've seen Joseph Giacomo just entirely gave up on running what's left of his race.
And that's that. LCQ is done. The grid is set. Eric Dubois, Jess Rakowski, and Joseph Giacomo. There's no practice here. We just go straight into the race. Our starting grid for this race is Evan McFarlane, Klaus Kreutzer, Josh Mertz, David Schofield, Matthew Morris, Dan Carrito, Ruby Scoggins, Jake Robichaux, Eric Dubois, and Jess Rakowski. Normally in NASA we get a 5-minute practice. We get to run some ads. There's no ads tonight. There is just too much back-to-back-to-back racing.
Beauty. I can hear them in the voice chat giving the old Josh Mertz giving the old race meeting before the race starts. He goes, I think we're aware here that we're all NASA members.
Everybody, you can do
let's
two
just make
jokers.
Sure it's clean.
Everybody do two jokers. You can do it. It's okay. It's allowed.
Yeah,
and they're off.
Don't do two jokers. We'll be upset.
Look at Emma Harlan, big jump. Dan Carrito, Josh Mertz. No, I can't tell who went to. It looks like Dan Carrito, Josh Mertz, and Eric Dubois all went to Joker. Inside, up front here, we got Matthew Morris. He got to the rear end of Klaus Kreutzer, did a little damage here. He's got David Schofield and Jess Rakowski right on his tail. They're all bumper to bumper. This is great. It's a good time. You get this many cars close together? Yeah.
So much.
Oh!
This is what we need.
Klaus Kreutzer, he got a little loop, lost 3 positions there. Kind of missed what happened. But yeah, we got a nice battle for the second position. Second, third, fourth, and fifth.
Ooh.
We got sideways.
He goes. Saves it though. We stay in position.
I get a little argy-bargy.
He does lose 2 positions.
But I'm not opposed to a little touching in racing. That might have been a little much in racing. Josh is going to definitely get a black flag there for cutting that much of the track. But he had to do it if he wanted to keep some speed. He had to get around Matt Morris and Ruby Scoggins, who were in an incident there. He's taking a slow down right now. Yep.
Slow down.
He didn't lose too much. Evan McFarlane, unsurprisingly, fastest lap of the evening right now, 38.6. The 36.8.
Rakowski went up a position.
Yeah, we got David Schofield taking his Joker.
And the tree the timing tower is lighting up like a Christmas tree. Everybody, I think, might have just taken their Jokers just now.
And this race doesn't seem to be spreading out at all. Everybody seems to be on top of each other. We got people side by side here. We got David Schofield going way wide. Josh Mertz trying to get around him. He's got Ruby Scoggins trying to do something in the rear there.
Seems like we've got...
That's Matt
Evan
Morris.
McFarlane is jokered. Josh Mertz is jokered. David Schofield and Dan Carrito have both
Yeah, it'd help if I opened that up
and
for you.
Jake Robichaud and Eric Dubois have both joked, so the only ones who have not jokered yet is Rakowski, Klaus, Kreutzer, and Matthew Morris.
Yeah, I think
and
Klaus.
Rogans.
I think Klaus is going to be safe where he's got 5 seconds. No, he's 5 seconds back. Okay, so Klaus will they'll both definitely lose a few positions. Josh looks like he's in provisional second right now. He's chasing down Jess Rakowski, his teammate. And we got Schofield, Corritto, and Morris just head to tail. And all three of Morris has not jokered yet. Oh, we are there. That's what I'm talking about. You hit that just a little too much. It pulls your car around, faces you the wrong way. That's not what you want. Ruby Scoggins.
That's
Oh my God,
around.
Dan Corritto. That was a scary rejoin. But up front, Evan McFarlane. He's doing his thing. He's 6 seconds up. He hasn't had much airtime. He's just been out and away all evening. Josh Mertz chasing down Rakowski, who has jokered. She jokered last lap. Stays in front of her teammate. Klaus Kreutzer,
I should also mention there is no team points as well, so there is no teams racing in this. So Josh Mertz should be in all rights of his and if he wants points for this.
Yeah, this
season,
is
he should
officials.
all rights by
this is
pushing his
officials.
elbows
There's no teams. There's only I.
He should be racing with his elbows out if he wants points, but it seems like he might just be comfortable with his P4.
It's also just that hard to pass here. I mean, they're both running pretty solid best lap times. Josh getting a little turned there.
A little slow on that exit there. Ooh,
that's the wall, Josh. Don't touch
there.
that. Oh, who's getting sideways there? Klaus.
Oh, that was,
he is
Klaus
a little too fast. Has to pull the handbrake. I'm surprised he hasn't taken this joker yet.
Josh almost passes. They're side by side. They're
Rakowski's
rubbing.
running him wide.
And Josh he's looking to bump draft here.
It's just a testament to how hard it is to pass here. He's going to try and sneak the inside, but get the curb. He got a good run.
He gets a better
Hold
exit.
it in, and yeah, he got the. That's exactly what you need to do.
Hold it. There you go.
Did anyone die? No.
That
No,
was
Dan. Nobody died when you
that was
rejoined.
way too
But it
wide
was
there.
terrifying.
Great passing move from Josh Mertz there. And he get the position on Klaus Kreutzer.
Oh, he's already got it provisionally. I mean, Klaus hasn't jokered yet. It's like a 3-second joker. So
Josh is
he's just going to give it up. He goes wide. Intentionally or unintentionally, I don't know, but I don't think he wants to race that. Klaus just wants to get as much room as he can between him and the people he knows he might beat. Well, we're on the final lap. Evan McFarlane coming around turn 2. Just got a little bit left. Back in the back, Ruby Scoggins, Eric Dubois, and David Schofield have been on top of each other all race. David Schofield sneaking by Dubois, who goes wide. McFarlane coming around the final set of corners to win for the evening. Josh Mertz, Jess Rakowski. Klaus going wide, and that's not going to be a problem. David Schofield getting passed by Ruby Scoggins here last lap. This is going to be something. Oh, that's it for David Schofield. He's going to get a massive penalty for that cut. Ruby Scoggins will be passing him probably. Maybe?
And I think that's all
Who
she
knows?
wrote.
Who knows?
Evan McFarlane for first.
We're
Josh
still
Mertz
racing
for
here.
Josh Rakowski for third.
I don't know if
Kreutzer
David's
for
going to get
fourth.
this.
Matty Morris for fifth.
I wonder if David cleared
Schofield
that.
for sixth. Ruby Scoggins for seventh. Eric Dubois for eighth.
We're going to wait for this to...
Jake Robichaud for ninth. And Dan Corritto for 10th.
We're going to wait for this to finish because everybody to cross that line. Okay, David Schofield somehow got that massive cut and warded off the penalty. That's awesome. So, Evan McFarlane, Josh Mertz, Jess Rakowski, Klaus Kreutzer, Matthew Morris, David Schofield, Ruby Scoggins, Eric Dubois, Jake Robichaud, Dan Corritto, rounding out the final race of the evening. Is Matthew Morris burning it down? He is. We'll watch him as long as he's here. Turn some music on. Well, Steven, that was our first official broadcast. How you feeling?
It was awesome. I'm glad you invited me. I'm glad to have commentated this, dude. Honestly, all 4 races were pretty great. Like, and we got to see a lot of familiar faces that we will be seeing in the future broadcasts here soon. So it's great to get to this for people to get to see a little sneak peek preview of what they will get to see in the league broadcast.
Yeah. So speaking of the league broadcast, let's I broke the telestrator again. Let's hide this. As that's done, let's pull up our schedule. Coming up on ASN on the 2nd, we got a week off. Torque's taking a week off, so we got a week off. But then coming up, we're going on in March. We're going full throttle. We got NASA RX Lights on the 2nd. NASA Contenders on the 3rd. Torque IndyCar Series is returning on the 4th. NASA Futures on the 5th. Oh my God, we only get one day off that week. I think it's Thursday or Friday. Torque Supercars on that Thursday. They're back. Then Saturday is NASA RX Supercars, and we should be back that night. I don't know why I didn't put that in there, but this iRX official should be back next Saturday also. So if you like this broadcast, hop back next Saturday. Check us out. But if you like what you see, follow us on social media. ASN TV USA, everywhere. Blue Sky, YouTube, Twitch. I'll probably have this multi-streaming in the future. I just did this in 10 minutes tonight, so that's all we got for that. As always, for every ASN broadcast, cameras are brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Go to facebook.com/WSimCams for more information. Thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for all your camera support. And if you want to race Rallycross with us, NASASimRacing.com. NASA Sim Racing.com. They'll bring you right to our Discord. And that's where you can pretty much race with us, sign up for all our series, any of that fun stuff. But, Steven, you got anything? If you don't, we're going to get out of here. I got dogs that need to go outside.
No, honestly, that was great. Electrifying racing from everybody for the first broadcast of officials. I hope we do this again, and I hope we get just as electrifying racing. You know?
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome. So,
but
well, let me keep you.
Yeah, I guess with that, let's just say
everybody have a good night.
Everybody have a good night. With that, thanks to everybody at the ASN staff. I don't have the list of names, but you know who you are. And we'll catch you again next week. Until then, so long, everyone.